In the shadowed corners of American history lies a story so terrifying, so extraordinary, that it inspired one of the most iconic horror films of all time. It is not a tale of fiction, though many wish it were. This is the true story of Roland Doe, a boy whose alleged demonic possession and subsequent exorcism shocked a nation, baffled medical professionals, and sent the Catholic Church into spiritual warfare. His ordeal would become the foundation for William Peter Blatty's 1971 novel, The Exorcist, and later, the blockbuster film that haunted generations. But who was Roland Doe? What really happened in that quiet neighborhood in Maryland? Were the events that unfolded truly the result of demonic forces, or was there something else, psychological trauma, misdiagnosed illness, or mass hysteria? Today, we unravel the full story, piece by piece, to understand the mystery that continues to defy explanation. This documentary is not just a retelling, it's an investigation. Over the next chapters, we will uncover rare historical documents, analyze eyewitness testimonies, examine the religious rituals involved, and confront the skeptics head-on. Let us begin. Who was Roland Doe? Roland Doe is the pseudonym given to a boy born in the early 1940s in Cottage City, Maryland. For decades, the Catholic Church, media, and even involved priests protected his identity. In later years, independent researchers would suggest his real name was Ronald Edwin Hunkler, though this has never been officially confirmed. Roland was an only child, described by his classmates as quiet, studious, and withdrawn. His home life was deeply religious. His family practiced Lutheranism but also dabbled in spiritualism. His closest companion was his Aunt Harriet, a spiritualist who introduced Roland to the Ouija board, a decision that would later be blamed for opening a gateway to dark forces. Shortly after Aunt Harriet's death, Roland began experiencing strange occurrences. Furniture moved on its own. Scratching noises came from the walls. Objects levitated or flew across rooms. Initially, the family thought it was grief or imagination. But then things escalated. The first signs of possession. The phenomena started subtly. Unexplained knocking. Dishes breaking without cause. Unusual cold spots in the house. But Roland's behavior soon changed drastically. He would fall into trances, speak in guttural voices, and lash out violently without memory of the events. Religious artifacts in the home would rattle or fall to the ground. A Bible placed near him would be thrown across the room. Doctors and psychologists were consulted. No medical explanation could be found. The family turned to their Lutheran pastor, who soon felt overwhelmed and referred them to Catholic authorities, believing the family needed more than pastoral counseling. They needed an exorcism. Enter the church. The Catholic Church took the case seriously. After initial evaluations by priests and approval from the Archdiocese of Washington, Father Edward Hughes agreed to perform the first exorcism. The exorcism took place at Georgetown University Hospital. During the ritual, Roland broke free from his restraints, tore a metal spring from the bed, and slashed Father Hughes from shoulder to wrist. The exorcism was halted. It was clear that this case was far more dangerous than anticipated. A new team was assembled, Father William Bowdern, a Jesuit priest with experience and resolve, assisted by Father Walter Halloran and a few others. Their mission: to save the boy's soul. The exorcism begins ****. The priests relocated Roland to a relative's home in St. Louis, Missouri. Over several weeks in 1949, they would perform multiple exorcism sessions at St. Louis University and the Election Brothers Hospital. Each night, the priests would conduct the Roman ritual, an intense rite involving prayers, holy water, and physical restraint. Roland displayed what they described as supernatural strength, knowledge of Latin and Aramaic, and an aversion to sacred objects. Witnesses reported levitation, objects moving on their own, and unexplainable markings appearing on Roland's body, including words like hell and evil. Despite skepticism, many present believed something profoundly evil was at work. The battle continues. The exorcisms were grueling. Roland often entered a trance-like state, speaking in deep, unrecognizable voices. He would curse, spit, and mock the priests. At one point, he reportedly said, "I am the devil." Father Baudern documented each session meticulously. According to his accounts, Roland showed knowledge he should not possess, describing hidden sins of those present, predicting events, and resisting sacred rituals with great ferocity. One night, a loud bang shook the house. Witnesses saw furniture slide without human contact. Roland's body would convulse, rise slightly off the bed, and emit foul odors. Hallucination or demonic influence? Even hardened priests were shaken. Skepticism and psychology. Not everyone was convinced. Psychologists suggested that Roland may have suffered from a dissociative identity disorder or schizophrenia. Some thought the entire episode was a result of extreme emotional trauma following the loss of his aunt. The priests themselves admitted to psychological evaluations, yet found no concrete diagnosis that explained the events. Roland was not acting for attention. He seemed genuinely tortured. Skeptics argue that religious hysteria, suggestibility, and confirmation bias played significant roles. But others counter that too many witnessed inexplicable phenomena to dismiss it as delusion. The final confrontation. The climactic exorcism occurred in April 1949. Roland reportedly entered a deep trance, after which a voice claimed to be the Archangel Michael, commanding the demon to leave. Satan. I am Saint Michael. I command you to leave this boy now. After a violent struggle, Roland awoke with no memory of the events. The priests declared the exorcism successful. The manifestation ceased. Roland returned to a normal life. Was it divine intervention? A psychological breakthrough? Or a well-crafted fabrication? Life after the exorcism. Roland reportedly went on to live a quiet life. He married, had children, and worked as an engineer. He never spoke publicly about his experience. Those who knew him described him as intelligent and polite, with no signs of past trauma. But the priests who helped him were forever changed. Father Halloran never fully accepted or rejected the notion of possession. "What I saw was real," he once said. But what caused it? That, I cannot say. The inspiration for The Exorcist ***. Author William Peter Blatty learned of the case through Father Baudern's records. He transformed the events into his novel, changing the boy to a girl named Reagan and adapting the story to fit narrative needs. When The Exorcist was released in 1973, it caused widespread panic. Audiences fainted, vomited. Some claimed to be haunted after viewing the film. The impact was cultural and spiritual. But Blatty always insisted the story had roots in truth. A truth more terrifying than fiction. Belief versus science. The case of Roland Doe remains a battleground between faith and skepticism. The Church maintains possession is rare but real. Science asserts there is always a rational explanation. What makes Roland's case different is the documentation, the number of witnesses, and the consistency of the testimonies. Over 48 people, priests, doctors, nurses, and family, confirmed aspects of the possession. But we still ask, was Roland Doe truly possessed? Or did we simply witness the power of belief? And now, after diving into this chilling case in depth, we must turn the question over to you. Was Roland Doe the victim of genuine demonic possession, or was his suffering misunderstood by a society caught between science and religion? What do you believe truly happened behind closed doors in that St. Louis bedroom? Could what happened to Roland happen again today? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you found this documentary compelling, subscribe to the Grim Tapes for more investigations into the darkest and most mysterious corners of our world. Like the video, share it with those who love the unexplained, and hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching.